themselves to mainstream status. Like Little Baby took 2020 and elevated himself from good rapper to great rapper and future great in the game
Yeah.
as a standalone name. You know what I mean? So like it's not that it's not that like I guess you could make the case that they had a better 2020, but like in terms of like on an impactful scale, on a getting to the mainstream scale or getting to a higher spot in the game, I don't think anybody took a bigger noticeable jump than Lil Baby. That's the thing. Like you on top of taking a jump, it has to be noticeable. And I think the biggest noticeable jump was definitely Lil Baby.
That's fair.
Yeah.
To close out 2020.
Yeah.
Like,
like
this was Lil Baby's year. Like he made an anthem out here in the streets. Like he made a 2020 anthem. Like anytime you get nominated for a anthem of a year, you've automatically won the year.
Yeah. You know, one artist that I think could, if depending on how his next album goes, that could take that leap is Ski Mask. Literally, nothing.
That's a dark horse.
I'm gonna say
nothing. None of.
Yeah, go
hold on, sorry for cutting off, but none of these snippets that I've heard from his music recently, zero of them have been misses for me. I think every single snippet that he has shown of the music that he is making is incredible. Like I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Ski Mask fan, but I'm saying that purely as a music fan. That his music right now could be game changing, depending on how many songs he releases, when he releases his album, and who else is on it.
I'm gonna see, because like I'm gonna say something a little controversial here. I think Ski Mask is a one-trick pony.
Ooh.
In what way? I want to understand where you're coming from with that.
I really like him too, but I feel like I've only heard one thing from Ski Mask his entire career.
Right.
I get where you're.
I don't listen to him
Faucet
enough.
failure.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I hear. Faucet Failure is like textbook Ski Mask, and that's all I've heard.
I agree with you with that. In that's like when you listen to Ski Mask, like, oh yeah, Faucet Failure, but then like, dude, he's made some weird ass songs. I don't know how many of you have listened to Book of Eli, his album.
The Coolest Monkey in the Jungle.
That's the song I was gonna say. It's Coolest Monkey in the Jungle. That song is the wildest song I've ever heard.
When it comes on, it's crazy.
The beat, the lyrics are hilarious. I don't know how anyone can sing that and have a straight face singing that. Like, that's like what I like about him. Is like he just doesn't give a fuck about what he sings.
Right.
He just like sings it. He doesn't give two shits. What was that?
Huh? Okay.
Well, you're roboting a little bit. What was that?
He pulled a Nathan.
Right.
Like, now here, one of the lines in The Coolest Monkey in the Jungle is, I got my thumb in her butthole. Like, who the fuck sings that? Like, no one sings that. No one raps that. And that's
Danny
a song,
Brown
like, a lyric in his song. Like, I don't know. I think like he's just like he's an interesting artist. He's a funny artist, but like he's very, very talented. So depending on how well,
not that versatile, but some of his songs are a bit out of his comfort zone. Like I like that he can go out of his comfort zone, and it seems like he sounds great on The Coolest Monkey in the Jungle. Is a bit different than a lot of his other songs, and it shows.
Yeah, and like with Unbothered, that one's just like a more low-key one, and then like what was it? It was like You and I, and like Help Me or something. Like there's two songs on Stokely that are like sad songs, and you know,
Actually, I think the best song off that album is You and I.
That song, I really love that song. Yeah, what's up?
There's the two knocks that I have on Ski Mask. One is that he just doesn't make music. Like, I wouldn't say he doesn't, but like his music choice, his choice of words, his choice of energy. Like, yes, it's exciting. Yes, it's great. Like, yes, it's funny. But like, that the comedic effect in music doesn't really appeal to the mainstream vices, and that's not his fault. It's not anyone's fault, I guess you could say, but like it's just true. Like no one's never gonna. I mean, we respect his ability as a rapper in the community, but no one's truly gonna take him seriously as a bar spitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the type of moods and the type of energy that he takes on each track, like nobody truly respects him as a bar for bar guy. The second thing, and this is going to be a little controversial, I feel like what was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like he's stuck in the shadow of X.
Yes.
And, and it's sad to say that because they're dead. Rest in peace. But like, I don't know how he'd get out of that. Like to overcome Juice is one thing. Like that's already hard.
X was like his best friend.
No, it's not even that. Relationship aside, just if you just look at the impact that those two made, to overcome Juice is already hard enough. But to overcome and get out of the shadow of XXX Tentacion is damn near impossible.
Yeah.
Like he will always be considered like think about this. When you think of X, you don't always think of Ski. But if you think of Ski, you always think of X.
Yeah.
Like X was able to break away and make a name for himself, but
he
no
was
offense
like
to Ski Mask, but Ski Mask just hasn't been able to do that because, and I think it goes back to what Sam was saying. Ski Mask only has one sound, and he's kept that same sound. And while like guys like Juice, guys like X were able to evolve, and the fact that he's keeping the same sound as when he was in the shadow of an alive X, it doesn't really help if he's dead.
It's not quite to the point where like
sound, he's still the same guy. What did you say?
It's not quite to the point where like the Baby is, where it's literally the same song every fucking time.
True.
But he does differ. But like this, like if you put a Ski Mask song on, if you put any song on, you know it's Ski Mask.
Right.
Like that's not necessarily always a bad thing. But he hasn't differentiated himself.
Right. Like
it's recognizable.
Like I don't know what it is that he needs to do, because think about it. DaBaby makes it work for himself. I can't even really understand what DaBaby does different, but you know, DaBaby has been able to break into the mainstream. DaBaby has been able to make waves. Maybe because DaBaby doesn't use the comedic effect, like I was saying, but even then though, like DaBaby has made it work, but so far Ski has not. With that being said, I love Ski Mask. I think Ski Mask is an amazing rapper. I would listen to Ski Mask all day.
Right.
But I just feel like something's missing, and I feel like no one knows. I feel like he doesn't even know. I feel like it just needs to happen naturally. I feel like it's either a make or break time. I think 2021 is a make or break time for Ski Mask.
Yeah.
And
that is like the one person who I feel like if he has an underwhelming 2021, I don't think he will ever break out of the shadow.
He's not going to recover.
Right. Yeah. Like,
and
he needs to have he needs to have it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be straight hits, but he needs to have a solid, concrete 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of contradicting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I'm kind of contradicting myself earlier by saying if you aren't putting out at least a couple songs every year that get attention, you are falling behind today.
Right. I mean, at least, like I said, that doesn't cater to more established people like the Coles and the Kendricks of the world.
Yeah.
But, you know, a single, it doesn't have to be an album.
No.
A couple of singles here and there throughout the year. Maybe even a little EP. Like, you do still have to keep your name
relevant
out there. Yeah. But for Ski, because he's been quiet a lot this year, I do understand it. He's still grieving. He's taking like a beating emotionally. In the past 3 years, both of his closest friends have died. And so I can understand that. But he really, really needs to come, and whatever the feelings that he has, the emotions, he needs to bring them out for 2021.
Yeah. And I've a few things about that. I don't know if you guys even knew he dropped a song, "Burn the Hoods." It's a very interesting song. It's kind of very interesting. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. And then he was featured on DJ Scheme's a song from DJ Scheme with Cordae. I think that's the only two songs he's dropped this year. And I think both songs are really, really good.
Right.
And we still have a month and a half left for him to drop something. So we don't know if he's going to drop anything else. If he doesn't, he's going to need to come out swinging in 2021, like you guys are saying.
Right. Yep.
True.
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, too, he is in a similar spot to JID where he needs to drop like a 10 out of 10 album to push himself more in the mainstream. If both of those guys drop 10 out of 10 albums, like forget about it. Like they'll be like top rappers like in the game.
Yeah. So, see, but for me, JID doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Like JID can afford to slip down to about an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
He's in
maybe even as low as a 7.5 out of 10. But for Ski, like he needs 8.5 or above, or it's bust for him.
Yeah,
like Ski has been in the game for a long while. He's a well-known name. JID is still kind of building. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody knows JID. Almost everybody knows who Ski is. I just think that the clock is ticking on Ski Mask. Even if you can accept that, you're gonna have to. The clock is ticking on Ski Mask to make a big move, to move out of the shadow of two of the most resounding artists to grace the planet in the last 5 years. And that's a hard thing to do. And like, that's a terrible, terrible mountain to put in front of somebody, but he has to. Like, there's no other way I could see him breaking into the mainstream. Like, he has to conquer his friends. And it's sad to say that, but yeah, that's it. That's
all. Hate for Ski to become another fucking ugly god. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
Man.
Oh my god, Ugly God.
Ah, jeez. Ugly God has so much potential.
I don't even know if you could say that. He just fell off hard. He made water and fucking fell.
So much potential and fell. Like, he was a good producer.
He had potential,
He was a good rapper. But yeah, we're gonna cut it there, guys. I was
gonna say, do we want to talk about the St. John album or?
I didn't have any opinions on it.
We can discuss.
I didn't listen to it, so.
Okay, yeah. If there's nothing more to talk about it than just saying like, yeah, it's good or not, then we don't have to. But I just didn't know if we wanted to bring that up or not, because it was an album that dropped recently, and
you know what? Out of respect for the fact that I listened to it and enjoyed it, I want to talk about it and try to get this man some exposure. I think it was a beautiful project. It's not truly my type of music, and I feel like just for anyone, they have to be in the mood to listen to it. Like, I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't even put him in the I mean, he doesn't make music anywhere close to Brent Faiyaz, but like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be in that mood. You have to be in that, let me turn on this St. John to listen to that. But with
Brent
that aside,
it
was a really good body of work. I really like the song. I like this flow. It seemed, I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't done my research on him, but I can hear a little bit of Jamaican in it.
Yeah, his voice. I love his voice.
Sus, but all right.
Yo.
I like the sound of his voice.
He's I don't even know how you pronounce that. It's like Guyanese.
From Ghana?
Ghana, maybe.
No, maybe. Guyana.
I think it's Ghana. I think it's Ghana. Yeah, it's Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah, that's
Young
what
Lion?
he's from Brooklyn.